Action Pack for Grade 7 by Virginia Paris. Published by House of Education. Copyright Dar al-Tarbawiyun, House of Education 2011. Side 1. Module 1. Page 5. Exercise 1. 1.
We always think that the life of an airline pilot is exciting and never boring.
2.
Why do some people risk their lives and do dangerous activities and jobs?
3.
I make sure it is safe to fly and that there isn't any problem.
4.
I love my job. It is very interesting.
5.
Is your job boring or challenging?
Module 1. Page 6. Exercise 1.
I often hear the question, what does a pilot do every day? This is what I do every Sunday. 9:50 p.m. I leave the airport hotel in Madrid. I always arrive at the airport an hour before my flight, and I check in with my airline. 10 p.m. I print the weather forecast. I check the aeroplane, the flight details, and the passengers. 10:05 p.m. I get on the plane and the flight attendants get the cabin ready. The passengers get on the plane. I make sure it is safe to fly. 10:35 p.m. The passengers are in their seats. The doors close. The plane is ready to take off. A few minutes later, we're in the sky. 3:05 a.m. It's Monday morning, and we land in Sao Paulo in Brazil. I do not fly again on the same day. A pilot does not fly more than 100 hours a month. I go to a hotel to eat and sleep.
Module 1. Page 7. Exercise 2.
Hears, takes, gets, tells, closes, checks, matches, arrives, prints.
Module 1. Page 9. Before you start. 1.
A policeman has a very dangerous job.
2.
A fireman fights and puts out fires.
3.
A miner digs up coal and gold from the ground.
4.
A stuntman performs dangerous actions in a film.
5.
An artist probably does not have to take physical risks.
6.
This is my first rally driving experience.
7.
Scuba diving is the sport of diving underwater.
8.
Rock fishing is to try to catch fish on the rocks.
9.
You can do different activities in the mountains, such as rock climbing and mountain biking.
10.
I like horse riding competitions. They're very interesting.
Module 1, page 11. Exercise 8.
I am Kazem Salame, and this is my first rally driving experience. Wow, this is really exciting. I love going fast. This is why I want to do it.
Hi, I'm Musa Haider, and I'm a stuntman. You see me in films, but you don't know it's me. I do the risky things that actors cannot do or do not want to do, such as jumping from one building to another, doing karate moves, and driving a fast motorcycle. Stunting is a dangerous job and very tiring. I sometimes work 14 hours a day or more. Why do I do it? It's exciting.
Hello. Hi. I'm Salwa Mohsen. I am a mountain climber. Mountain climbing is a wonderful sport. It is all about the challenge and the thrill of arriving at the top of a mountain and looking at the world from there. Is it dangerous? Well, yes, but overcoming danger and arriving at the summit makes it worthwhile.
Module 1, page 13. Exercise 3.
The director says, "Action!" The stuntman falls from the roof of a building and through the open roof of a car, turns on the engine, and a car chase begins. He smashes into a parked car and jumps out as cars burst into flames around him.
Module 1, page 13. Exercise 5.
Says, falls, turns, begins, smashes, jumps, bursts.
Module 2, page 17. Exercise 1. Global warming means that the atmosphere warms up. This changes the climate of the Earth. When the atmosphere warms up, the weather becomes more violent. This makes storms very strong. Periods of drought become long in some places. In other places, it rains so much that there are floods. The ice in the North and South Poles melts and sea levels rise. The future of our planet is in danger. Module 2, page 17. Exercise 2. 1.
Global warming means that the atmosphere warms up.
2.
The temperature goes up every year.
3.
Our planet, Earth, is in danger.
4.
Global warming changes our climate.
5.
Droughts are dry periods when it doesn't rain.
6.
When it rains a lot, there are floods.
7.
There is too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
8.
When the weather is violent, storms become very strong.
9.
Pollution accelerates global warming. We have to slow it down.
10.
The sun heats up the air and warms up the earth.
11.
The ice in the poles melts because of global warming.
12.
We need carbon dioxide in order not to freeze.
Module 2, page 19. Exercise 4.
OK, global warming is a big problem. But what can we do about it?
We can do a lot. For example, get up at 6 o'clock instead of 7 and walk to school. Don't go by car.
You're crazy.
Of course I'm not. And we must save water, so have a shower. Don't have a bath.
Well, that sounds OK. And what about brushing my teeth?
Brush your teeth, but turn off the water while you brush them. And don't throw away paper or plastic.
What do you mean? I can't use old paper. I can't use old plastic cups.
Of course you can. Reuse them. Module 2, page 21. Before you start. 1. The Kids Ecology Club tries to prevent pollution. 2. It helps young people to defend the environment. 3. Rinse your plastic containers well before recycling them. 4. Mixed colour paper includes junk mail. 5. My mother always throws away my baby sister's nappies. 6. We can reuse or recycle aluminium. 7. Recycle plastic according to the instructions. Module 2, page 23. Exercise 7.
Hi, Lila. How are you?
Hi, Tarek. I'm very busy. I'm a member of the Kids Ecology Club.
What is the Kids Ecology Club?
It is a non-profit organisation. It helps young people to defend the environment.
And what do you do?
We take part in projects about keeping our cities clean. We also try to develop ways to preserve water and energy and to prevent pollution. Why don't you join us?
I don't know. What is your project?
I want to start recycling in our school cafeteria.
Really? How?
Well, first, I explain to my classmates why recycling is good and I show them how to recycle. Then we talk to our teachers, to the school head and to our parents about recycling. Next, we make a recycling centre in the cafeteria.
Sounds good to me.
Great! Why don't you join us?
Module 2, page 25. Exercise 5.
Make a terrarium. 1. Get a 2-litre plastic bottle. 2. Remove the label from the bottle. Save the top. 3. Wash the bottle and top. 4. Cut the bottle close to the bottom. 5. Put potting soil in the base of the bottle. 6. Plant a few seeds in the potting soil. 7. Water the seeds. 8. Put the top on the bottle. 9. Cover the base with the top of the bottle. 10. Keep in a sunny spot and wait for your seeds to grow.
Module 3, page 29. Exercise 1.
Hello, I'm Peter Manson, and this is BBC Radio 4. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. We are the only people on Upper Thames Street. We turn left here and are able to go over London Bridge. Look, here we are on Borough High Street. London Bridge train and underground station are on our left. Directly in front of us is one of the oldest food markets in London. People from all over London come here to buy large amounts of fruit and vegetables for their shops and restaurants. There are plums and tomatoes, there is cheese and there is bread. But that is not all. There are also flowers and plants in the market. You name it, the traders have got it.
Module 3, page 29. Exercise 2. 1.
We are the only people on Upper Thames Street.
2.
We are able to go over London Bridge.
3.
London Bridge train and underground stations are on our left.
4.
Directly in front of us is one of the oldest food markets in London.
5.
At the market, people buy food for their shops and restaurants.
6.
You name it, the traders have got it.
Module 3, page 30. Exercise 2. 1. Souk Jara is an annual market opening once a year. 2. Souk Jara is an outdoor market in Jabal Aman. 3. Handicrafts, which are things people make, are found in Souk Jara. 4. Antiques are very old objects sold in the market. 5. There are homemade items and traditional dresses in Souk Jara. 6. Souk Jara sells inexpensive items. 7. In Souk Jara Theatre, you can attend musical concerts. 8. Come early to avoid traffic. 9. In Souk Jara Cafe, you can buy bread and honey. Module 3, page 31. Exercise 4.
Souk Jara is an outdoor market which opens throughout the summer every year. It is busy, noisy, and full of a wide variety of goods, food and activities for everyone. It is located in Fawzi Ma'alouf Street and has 4 important areas in it. Souk Jara Market, where there are some inexpensive handicrafts, antiques, paintings, traditional dresses and homemade items. Souk Jara Cafe, where there is some food made by the people who live in Jabal Aman. You can buy some bread, corn and honey. There are also flowers, vegetables and some very delicious and refreshing fruit juice you can buy while shopping around. Souk Jara Theatre, where you can watch short films and attend musical concerts. Souk Jara Games, where there is a variety of games for children and adults. Don't miss any of them. One important thing: try to get to the market early before the traffic.
Module 3, page 31. Exercise 2.
Chickens, eggs, tomatoes, apricots, potatoes, plums, cherries, boxes, pears, peaches, watches, cakes, plants.
Module 3, page 33. Exercise 1. 1.
there are famous objects in the British Museum.
2.
In the souvenir shop, you can buy souvenirs for your friends and family.
3.
Visit the galleries where there are famous objects.
4.
Do you want to see any objects on the ground floor?
5.
Let's go to the upper floor.
6.
There's some treasure in the British Museum.
7.
I want to see the mummies in the museum.
Module 3, page 35. Exercise 6.
Well, at last. Here we are at the British Museum. The Great Court is enormous.
Look, that's a souvenir shop.
Girls, you always want to buy things. Why don't we see the objects before buying souvenirs?
OK, where do we go first?
Let's see. We're on the ground floor. Let's see the Sutton Hoo treasure. How do we get there?
Let me see the plan. We go past the bookshop, through rooms 26 and 27. We go up the east stairs, through room 33B, and there we are.
Brilliant! Do you want to see any objects on the ground floor?
Well, I want to see the turquoise serpent. It's in room 27.
OK, why not? And then? Where do we go after that?
Well, I want to see the mummies, so let's go to the upper floor.
Me too, I love mummies.
Module 3, page 37. Exercise 3.
So, how are you today, Mr. Faisal? What do you need for your restaurant?
Fine, thanks, Mr. Abbas. Are there any nice big aubergines today?
Here you are. How many kilos?
Just 8 kilos. Oh, and some potatoes, onions, carrots.
The usual 10 kilos of each?
Yes, and some tomatoes too.
What else, Mr. Faisal? I've got some very sweet apples.
Are there any cherries?
I'm afraid there aren't any.
Module 3, page 37. Exercise 3.
So, how are you today, Mr. Faisal? What do you need for your restaurant?
Fine, thanks, Mr. Abbas. Are there any nice big aubergines today?
Here you are. How many kilos?
Just 8 kilos. Oh, and some potatoes, onions, carrots.
The usual 10 kilos of each?
Yes, and some tomatoes too.
What else, Mr. Faisal? I've got some very sweet apples.
Are there any cherries?
I'm afraid there aren't any.
Revision modules 1 to 3, page 41, exercise 4. Aeroplanes have a big effect on global warming. An aeroplane emits a lot of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. These are responsible for about 3% of all CO2 emissions on our planet. Carbon dioxide is a very dangerous gas, but it is not the only one. Some aeroplanes also emit lots of another greenhouse gas, water vapour. We cannot see carbon dioxide, but we can see water vapour, the white streaks left behind an aeroplane. Module 4, page 43. Exercise 1.
Hello, Maher. What are you doing?
I'm working on a project about the wonders of the ancient world.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, Do you know that most of these wonders were built by people thousands of years ago?
Really? Why did they build them?
Some of them were used as tombs where kings were buried, while others were places where people prayed.
How do you know that?
Well, this is what archaeologists discovered while exploring the ancient world.
What's an archaeologist?
Archaeologists are people who study old monuments and locations. This tells them a lot about the history of the place and the people who lived there.
Wow! I would like to be an archaeologist one day.
End of Side 1. Side 2. Module 4, page 43. Exercise 2. 1.
Petra was voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
2.
I'm working on a project about the wonders of the ancient world.
3.
The Egyptians used the pyramids as tombs to bury their kings.
4.
Archaeologists are people who study old places.
5.
Archaeologists explore the ancient world.
6.
They study old monuments and locations.
Module 4, page 45. Exercise 2.
Explored, worked, used, interested, lived, disappeared, liked, received, voted.
Module 4, page 46. Exercise 8.
The ancient wonders of the world were some of the most beautiful places ever built. Many of them didn't last to the present day. That's why people recently started to search for new wonders that we can still visit now. They decided to choose the best monuments and locations of the modern world. Many people voted online for their favourite place. The city of Petra in Jordan was one of the places people chose.
Module 4, page 47. Exercise 1. 1.
Travellers like to visit new and different places.
2.
Historians learn about locations of the ancient world.
3.
The markets were very busy with buyers and sellers.
4.
People started to write about their journeys.
5.
And here we are in one of Jordan's famous historical locations.
6.
The cities opened their doors to all visitors.
7.
Jordan was a centre for travellers from all around the world.
Module 4, page 49. Exercise 8. Ancient locations in the Middle East.
And here we are in one of Jordan's most famous historical locations, where people lived a long time ago. Archaeologists discovered these old buildings and houses. To build them, people used the rocks of the land. The cities opened their doors to any visitor who wanted to come in. They were a centre for all people to meet.
Module 4, page 51. Exercise 2. The wonders of the ancient world were places where people lived. Were there many wonderful locations in the past? Yes, there was a large number of historical places that were unique. Some of these wonders didn't change at all over the years, but some disappeared after many years. Module 5, page 57, Exercise 3.
The character Sherlock Holmes was a professional detective. He thought fame was not important. Watson wrote his stories for people to know Holmes' role in them. Holmes' tools were science, logic, and observation of small details. His techniques, such as examining fingerprints, later became a reality in police investigations. Next time you're in London, visit his famous apartment at 221B Baker Street. It became a museum in 1951.
Module 5, page 57, Exercise 6.
I saw one of Poirot's stories on TV yesterday.
Poirot. I don't like him. I only love Miss Marple.
Miss Marple, that boring old lady.
She's not boring. In any case, she's less boring than Poirot.
She's less intelligent than Sherlock Holmes. Holmes and Poirot are more logical and more professional than Miss Marple.
Maybe, but she's older and wiser than them.
In any case, I like detective stories. They are more interesting than romantic novels.
Module 5, page 59, Exercise 1. 1.
Servants travelled behind the rich man.
2.
The merchant's business was buying and selling goods.
3.
He discovered the loss of his money when he reached home.
4.
They wandered for a long time on the roads.
5.
The sheikh pulled an old black bag from a box.
Module 5, page 60, Exercise 3.
A long time ago, there lived a rich merchant. He was always dressed nicely, and he carried many fine jewels with him. He travelled from one city to another. A band of camels and servants often travelled behind him in a long line. His business was buying and selling goods. He was very good and kind to poor people. Once, the merchant was travelling with a lot of money. As he was on his way back home, his money bag fell to the ground, but he did not notice it. He only discovered the loss of his money when he reached home. The merchant did not worry about the lost bag. He still had enough money for himself and for helping others. Then there came a time when business was not so good. He became an old man with very little money. The poor merchant sold everything he had, and, soon, he did not have any money at all. Very often, he and his wife had nothing to eat. And then, one cold night,
We have no more food. Let us walk to the next village where no one knows us. Someone will help poor people like us.
and so they walked in the cold night air. They wandered for a long time until they reached the first house in the next village. The wife was too tired to walk any more. She fell down on the steps and began to cry. The sheikh who lived in the house heard her and opened the door. "Who are you? What are you doing here at this time of night? The merchant and his wife told him their sad story. The sheikh asked them to come in. What colour was your bag?
It was a round, black bag with a string around it. Inside were some jewels and 1,000 dinars.
It is late and you must be very tired. Eat some hot food and rest with us for the night. Tomorrow you will feel better. The next morning, they all sat around the table for breakfast. The sheikh pulled an old black bag from a box. Now, I have a story to tell you. A long time ago, I found this bag on the road near my house. I hid it away safely. I knew that someday I could return it to its real owner. Now, I am sure you are the person. Is this the bag you lost?
Yes, it is. It's the bag that I lost. I cannot tell you how thankful I am. I will always remember how kind you were to me.
Module 5, page 61, Exercise 6.
Someone robbed a bank in the city. A very famous detective came from another country and made a plan to solve the mystery. When he arrived at the bank, he investigated the way the thief broke in through a glass window. He followed the guard and saw that his footprints were always next to the broken glass. So, this is how he knew that the guard was the thief.
Module 5, page 63, Exercise 2. Sam Spade and Philip Marlowe are the most famous American detectives. Spade is less wise and less intelligent than Marlowe. Marlowe is more popular than Spade. He's also a better man than Sam Spade. Marlowe enjoys chess and poetry, and he is kinder than Spade. Module 6, page 67, Exercise 1.
There are two kinds of tourism which are the most popular at present: adventure tourism and ecotourism. Sometimes it is difficult to find the difference between them. Adventure tourism, or an adventure holiday, is going to far or exotic places to learn about other cultures, do a physical activity, and/or be in contact with nature. Adventure tourism may include dangerous activities such as mountain climbing, mountain biking, and rock climbing. Ecotourism means having responsible holidays. Travelling by air is the most polluting part of the trip, so ecotourists travel responsibly. They minimise air travel. They stay longer in a destination instead of making many short trips. When possible, they choose trains, buses, and passenger boats for transportation instead of aeroplanes and cars.
Module 6, page 67, Exercise 2. 1.
Tourism is when you visit new places.
2.
An adventure holiday means going to faraway places and doing fun activities.
3.
Ecotourism means having responsible holidays.
4.
This is the best beach holiday ever.
5.
Let's build a sandcastle.
6.
I'm lying under a tree.
7.
Where are you phoning from?
8.
It's actually raining here.
9.
I am relaxing on the beach.
10.
I'm resting because we are cycling up a mountain.
11.
The sun's shining.
12.
He is sunbathing on the beach.
Module 6. Page 70. Exercise 4. This is the best beach holiday ever! Let's build a sandcastle.
Yes! Is that your father? What's he doing?
He's playing chess. He can't swim because he broke his leg yesterday.
Where's your mum?
She's buying lemonade.
Oh, it's so hot. Look, those girls are eating ice cream. Where's their mother?
She's over there. She's reading a book.
Is that your sister? What is she buying?
No, that's her friend, Mariam. She's buying some necklaces. My sister is learning diving. Module 6, page 73. Exercise 5.
In April 1350, Ibn Battuta was back in Tangiers. He was about 46 years old when he heard that the King of Spain wanted to attack Gibraltar. So he decided to join the Moroccan army to defend it. When he arrived, King Alfonso of Spain and many soldiers on both sides were killed by the Black Death.
What was the Black Death?
It was a very deadly plague. It killed millions of people. But Ibn Battuta went on travelling.
Sorry, he was in Gibraltar, wasn't he? Where did he go from there?
He went to Malaga to see its magnificent mosque. From Malaga, he went on to Granada.
Sorry, can you spell that, please?
What? Malaga or Granada?
Both, please.
M-A-L-A-G-A and G-R-A-N-A-D-A. Granada was the shining star of Andalusia. At the end of 1350, Ibn Battuta returned to Tangiers.
Reading for Fun. The Boy Judge. Page 85. Exercise 6.
Come, said the Caliph to the boy. I heard you judge these two men in play last night. Today you shall really do it. The Caliph told the judge to watch and learn. The boy asked for the jar. Then he put his arm into the jar, pulled out some olives, and gave a few to everyone who was present at the trial, slowly eating one himself. These are very good olives, he said. Everyone agreed. Then he asked Masoud if he had eaten one before today. Masoud said that he had not even touched them. Then the boy turned to the olive merchants and asked if they enjoyed the olives. He said to them, "They're good olives, although 7 years old." 7 years old? Are you sure of what you are saying? This can't be true. They still have their colour And they are not even wrinkled, cried one of the merchants. The other merchant agreed.
I can see by looking at them that they are not so old. No olive is any good after 3 years. These olives are fresh.
Masoud's face became white. His eyes were turned to the ground. I took the gold, he said. It's in a hole in my garden.
Activity Book, Module 1, First Section, Page 7, Exercise 5.
Jumps, runs, catches, wants, does, matches.
Activity Book, Module 3, First Section, Page 25, Exercise 5.
Eggs, cakes, flowers, cherries, boxes, plants, pears, watches, apricots, peaches.
Activity Book, Module 4, First Section, Page 37, Exercise 5.
Discovered. Helped. Started. Walked. Attracted. Used. Finished. Wanted. Constructed.
End of Side 2.